Before the thrones. Before the speeches, wars, and headlines. They were ordinary people with surprising, sometimes bizarre jobs. You know their faces as presidents, emperors, dictators, and kings. But before they ruled the world, some were struggling artists, chicken farmers, even failed stand-up comedians. This is the weird truth about world leaders before they became world leaders. 1. Joseph Stalin, seminary dropout, bank robber. Long before becoming the iron-fisted dictator of the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin was studying to be a priest. Yes, in a Georgian Orthodox seminary. He dropped out. And then he robbed banks to fund Lenin's revolution. One of the world's most feared men started off quoting the Bible. 2. Adolf Hitler, failed painter. Hitler once believed he'd become a famous artist. He applied twice to the Academy of Fine Arts Vienna and was rejected. So he sold postcards and lived in homeless shelters. What if the art school had said yes? Would World War II have ever happened? 3. Mao Zedong, library assistant, the man who led communist China and caused tens of millions of deaths. He once quietly worked as a junior librarian in Beijing University. He read philosophy. He shelved books. And he plotted revolution between the pages. 4. Saddam Hussein, aspiring novelist and assassin. Saddam wrote romance novels. He even published one anonymously while in power. Plot: a nationalist love story set in Babylon. But before that, he was a hired hitman, once attempting to assassinate the Iraqi Prime Minister. 5. Barack Obama, ice cream scooper. Before becoming America's first black president, Obama worked a teenage job at Baskin-Robbins. He said the job killed his love for ice cream. 6. Angela Merkel, quantum chemist, Germany's longest-serving chancellor. She was a quantum physicist. She literally worked in a lab analyzing the behavior of subatomic particles before analyzing the chaos of European politics. 7. Muammar Gaddafi, goat herder, the flamboyant Libyan dictator, with golden robes and female bodyguards. He grew up dirt poor, herding goats in the desert. He later overthrew the king and ruled for over 40 years. 8. Abraham Lincoln, wrestler. Store Clark Lincoln was a self-taught man who split logs, ran a general store, and even became a champion wrestler. His record: 300 matches and only one loss. He once joked that if he weren't president, he'd probably still be behind a counter. 9. Vladimir Putin, KGB spy. We all know this one. But it's still wild. Before leading Russia, Putin was a spy in East Germany for the KGB. He worked in surveillance and counterintelligence, and he's never really stopped. 10. Zelensky, comedian, TV president. And here's one of the strangest: Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine, used to be a comedian who literally played a fictional president on TV. Then, life imitated art. He went from jokes to war wounds. The strange paths to power. They weren't born into greatness. Some were dreamers. Others were killers. Many were poor. Most were underestimated. But something in each of them, an ambition, a fury, a vision, dragged them from ordinary lives into the pages of history. And maybe the next world leader is behind a cash register right now. This is Trivia Tales, where history gets personal and stranger than fiction.